Okay, I think I'm ready. Are you ready? Boo! Boo boo! All right, you can see my screen. I hope you can see my screen because I'm starting. Cool, so I wanted to review a few features that I added off stream. That is refreshing the prices on an interval and quiet hours support, which allows me to not run scans during the night when I'm sleeping. So the refresh price interval basically is quick call NB. So the refresh prices interval is when you're on the page. This was only updating whenever you would come back to the page. So the time will quickly get outdated, especially since I added minute support now. So if I scan the prices, some of them failed. Well, almost all of them failed, except for this one. You see that, get that flash in less than 1 minute ago. Now this updates every minute. So I needed an interval for that to be able to re-render that every minute. So I added a minute interval for that. And then also on top of that, when you're on the page for 5 minutes, every 5 minutes, I will try to refresh the scan prices in case we've run a scan behind the scenes. Like maybe have our running every hour now. And so if that runs behind the scenes, then you would see it update every 5 minutes and hopefully have something fresh for you. Also, if you click away from the page and then come back, every time you focus, I refresh the products automatically too. So let me show you some of the code that this is using. I got into a lot of async, React router, not router, React hooks and state confusion with this. So again, here's my refresh TTL. Every 5 minutes, I'm gonna ask for the latest prices or the latest product information from my server. And then every 1 minute, I'm gonna refresh the date. And I'm storing this refresh timeout here because whenever I save the refresh, or whenever I set a refresh, I want to save that refresh so I can time it out, clear the timeout whenever needed, so that I don't have all these timeouts adding up in the background on top of each other. That was a little bit of a debugging thing I had. Originally, I was using state to do this, and I would set refresh timeout with state, and it just wasn't working. It wouldn't clear out any of the old timeouts, so I'd end up with several refreshes happening back to back to back when they shouldn't have been. And it took me a while to figure that out, a lot of debugging. So this is why I spent so much time on this off screen. off stream, and I wanted to show you the issues that I ran into. So I added this last refresh up top. So the last refresh is going to be telling me when I need to refresh this. The last refresh is referring to the number of refreshes that I've done on the fetch product. That's considered a refresh to me. See, I actually set it down here. After we've gone and fetched our latest product info, then I'll set that again and update. I also moved my console log for entries to a U spec that is only changing on entries because I was getting a lot of logs of that. So that was kind of a nice little development fix. So I updated my main use effect. Previously I was calling this fetch products, but now I'm just calling refresh entries, and refresh entries is doing a lot of the work. So down here, this is where a lot of the refactoring came from. So refresh entries, if I pass in true, I'm gonna force a refresh. Otherwise, I'm gonna pull from my cache version until we do the next 5-minute refresh. So each time I call the refresh, I want to clear the timeout, because whether the timeout ran or not, sometimes this gets called, like when I focus back on the page, this gets called. I want to clear out that timeout, and since I'm doing a refresh anyway, I want to reset that timeout at the end. So you'll see I do it, set it again back down here, and I call it to refresh the entries. So this is basically an interval, but I'm just keep setting it and resetting it each time. And then I use the date refresh time instead, which is 1 minute, because I want this to run every minute. But I want to only check to see if the last refresh plus the refresh TTL, which is 5 minutes. So if 5 minutes have passed, then I'm going to refetch the products. Otherwise, I'm just going to pull it back from my cache, because I just want to re-render the date. I don't want to pull all the product information every single time. I don't need to pull it every minute. Might change later on, but again, this is all configured, so if I want to change it, I can change it pretty easy. And another thing you might notice is I said refresh timeout equals false. The reason I do that is anytime I store a timeout to a variable and I clear it, I always set it to false so that I can do a check. If I sometimes in code I want to do something like if refresh timeout does not equal false, then I know that there's a current timeout set on it. Because whenever I set it down here, set timeout returns some number. Usually it's not 0, but I don't know if it could be 0 or not. But basically it's some kind of number that is, I don't really know what it refers to, but it holds the timeout, and I need that. I can't just say clear timeout on the same number. I have to have the actual reference to it. So when I was using state in React, and whenever I would set it to this value, it wouldn't keep it correctly. I don't know why. I don't know if it would garbage collect it for some reason or something, but it wouldn't work. So I was ending not clearing my timeouts. I had to do a bunch of logs all over. So I had to move this out of scope. And something that I think used to work fine in class components. I don't remember having a problem with that, but it just seems to be around hooks with use state. Okay, and then and that's async, but I'm actually just running it regular here because I don't care to wait for this to finish. Also, there was a big problem where when I had this async, my callback here would not run. So I added this callback to clear the timeout. So whenever I unmount from the component, I also clear that final timeout as well, because I don't want to go to another page, come back, and I have the extra timeout. Each time I go to another page and come back, it's got an extra timeout still running in the background. So when this was async, it would not run this correctly, my callback. So I had to remove that. And usually you can nest it another level deep if you want to use async in here, but I didn't specifically care for it to be awaited. So that was another big gotcha for me. I spent a little bit of time debugging that as well. Okay, so in my fetch products now, what we're doing is, let me see if I changed anything in here. I don't think I changed much. So I added the set last refresh date, and that was so that every time I scan the new products, I refresh the last refresh, so then it sets the timer back to 5 minutes again, basically. And then I also run a fetch status, which is my status icon up top here. Whenever I refresh the products, if there's a new scan, I also want to refresh the status because the status could change at that time too. And that true just again means force a refresh. So refresh entries was the bulk of the debugging and work, I think, figuring things out, where to put things. A lot of it went into there. We talked over that already. And then finally, I'm doing a use effect with a refresh callback. So I was previously just passing refresh entries in, and it used to work fine until I added this force refresh, and I totally forgot that it passes the event. And I kept wondering why I was forcing it to refresh every single time I focus. And then I figured that out. But I still move, and that's the behavior I do want, but I still move this out into its own callback, just so I'm aware that I am calling refresh entries and I specifically want to do it on purpose. So if I wanted to not actually fetch the products, I'd just delete this and then I could do that and it would work fine. If I did it the other way, I might run into a bug where I create that bug again and totally forget why I did that. So I've moved it out for clarity. I mean, and that's it. Down here, move some of the HTML around, but visual-wise, I changed this to barcode and scan price. You say refresh prices, but that was a little confusing. I started clicking it to refresh the page, and it didn't do that. So now it's called scan prices, and it's behind a confirmation because I'm now running my price scanning every hour, which is much more frequently. I don't need to run manual scans as often as I used to. I was basically doing it all before, but now that I've got all the scans set up and running every hour, I don't need to do that. I mainly just do it for debugging purposes, or if I clear the scans, I do another fresh scan. That will reduce the number of scans. So along with that, I think I did some logic in here somewhere. I updated some failed scan info. I added this processes page to tell me how long ago it ran, and the scan results. I was getting a lot of failed scans, and so I did some debugging on that as well. And I found out I was not catching errors correctly to the point where my scheduler was not saving these results from scans either, so that was a bug fix as well. But now you can see over here on my actual dashboard, see some of them went an hour ago, this one 18 minutes ago, which was about on the hour. So you can see that all of these failed except for this one. So if I go to my status and I go to see all, I can see one was successful and 5 failed. And then I can see the failed codes. Basically, there are 5 of these. They're all service unavailable. So that's the one I've been getting forever. I'm starting to think they're limiting me. Even though I'm not scanning too much, I would like to find another way to be more reliable with it. But worst case, I mean, I really only want to scan products maybe 2 or 3 times a day, and I should be good. I don't need it every hour. So it's okay if a lot of them fail, as long as it updates every several hours. It's still nice. Okay, and that's it for the refresh price interval feature, the other thing I added was quiet hours support. So whenever I run a process, I am now doing a check to see if in the quiet hours, and I'm using the current time. And if it does, it still calls it a success, but the message is that I'm currently in the quiet hours. So that happens over in my utils. Here it is. There's two codes. So I have my quiet hours up top, start and stop. This is UTC time, but converted to my local time, it's 10 p.m. to 7 a.m., including all of 7 a.m. So it'll start again at 8 a.m. 9 p.m. will be the last scan. 8 a.m. will be the first scan. So to write this code, I did a little doozy of it. I got stuck in a couple recursive loops, or not recursive loops, just infinite loops. I decided to write a pull out start hour, the end hour, and then I'm making an array of forbidden hours, just basically to say these are the hours numbers that you can't run in. Because I always want to pull it in, I want to know those hours in UTC time, not my time. So even though this date is set to the 25th, it won't matter. I'm just looking at the time and pulling the hours. So the hours will always be the same. I may have to adjust this daylight savings. We'll see. That could be the case. So basically, I create an array, and then I use a do while, so at least I get the first one because I always want 1 hour. I push in the current hour, which is starting as my start hour, and then I basically just increment it each time. And I keep adding that to the array while the current hour is not equal to the end hour. So in this case, I would get like 23 through 7, I believe, or maybe it's 6, because I think 0 is the first hour of the day. And I add this just because I was running into infinite loops and it would hang. So this was just to limit it until I got the logic right. And then I was like, you know what, I'll just leave that in there in case for some reason I change this logic and I break something. It never runs on an infinite loop. And then basically just do a quick little check to say, hey, did the current or whatever date you passed in, do the hours from that include forbidden hours? And then if they do, don't run. So you can see that in my status page. So I got 22 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, and then 16 hours ago. And it was really intermittent yesterday when I was fixing it. So I just fixed it last night, basically. Now it actually is running every hour, I can see. And there's some success, failed, so there's like 1 successful, 6 successful, 3, 6 and 0. So maybe not all of them every time work correctly, but we're getting better. I mean, well, it's set up correctly now, so where it should be good to go. Okay. So that's it for the new features. That's what I've implemented since the last stream. Did a lot of that off stream, and I'm glad I did because there was a lot of bugging, a lot of confusion, stuff that would have not have been so fun to watch, but it was the cool little succinct intro to it. So next, let's look at updating our change arrow logic. So right now, I'm actually showing arrow that the price changed here. None of these have a price change, so you're not going to see it. But we will manipulate some of this data so that it does have it. Let's do that. Let's look at that vacuum sealer. What product ID is that? I'm going to grab this ASIN. I'm going to go there. And then here, I want to find it where the ASIN is this code. I like this one. This dance jam. It's called Lit Dance Floor. The cover of the image is a chick in high heels, and the high heel is a roller skate. How cool is that? All right. So these are all the matching ones, 225, 143, 514, 521. The newest ones are on the bottom. So this is the newest one. Let's look at the offers. And so this price, I'm going to change it down to 40.20. We're going to save that. And now when I refresh, we should see, oh, there it is. Because I came back to the browser, it automatically refreshed from the database. And there you go, you see the time, or not the time, but the price. 10 cents changed, cool. And you can see that's the updated price there, and that's the one that I modified from the last one. So, as long as we don't have a new scan, this is not going to change. Right now what I'm doing is I look at the current price, the cheapest current price, and then I compare it with the last current price. That was working when I was scanning manually because I was the one who always scanned it. I always knew the last price, and then now I'll see the new price and I'll see the change. Now when I'm away for multiple hours at a time, maybe there's 3 different scans in between, and somewhere it dropped. Maybe it dropped in the first hour, and then the second hour stayed low, third hour stayed low. I won't see that arrow anymore because it only showed that drop from the first hour. So what I want to do to adjust my logic for now is pull the lowest price, the most common lowest price. So in this case, it might even be like 48.68. Might have to adjust this algorithm over time to pull the price, but I'm going to start with just pulling the cheapest, most common price, and then say, is the current price higher or lower than that? And the idea with that is that the most common price is probably the common price, or whatever the good price is. I probably would even want to change it to be just the new product as well too. But again, that'll be tweaking the algorithm. Let's just get this first one working, and then I can tweak it later if I want to. Okay. So that happens in my index here. I wrote a bunch of code inside my component. Eventually I should be moving this out to my utils, but I haven't needed to yet, though I will. So I will want to end up sending this current price down with the product. So I'll probably end up doing this in my backend now that I think about it, but I might just do it in my front for now, and we'll move it. Water break, y'all. Okay. So what this does, I don't want the current price. I want the price changed. So I have the scan, pass scan. Where am I calling this, actually? Because I might be passing in. Oh no. So this, I'm passing in all the scans. And I'm pulling out the first scan, the latest scan. I'm just calling that scan, and the past scan is the one at the first index. So this is destructuring. A little fancy there. I'm confused myself with it. If there's no scan, meaning we haven't scanned anything, we're just going to return undefined. If the scan doesn't have any offers, return undefined. If the past scan doesn't exist, we can't compare it, return undefined. And if the past scan doesn't have any offers, we can't compare it, return undefined. Okay, so now that we've made it past that initial check, we can, I'm pulling off the first offer. This is the current offer. Instead of past offer, I'm actually going to I'm going to call this past scans. And then I'm going to say if there's no past scans, and past scans, there's no past scans dot length, or past scans I think I'm gonna map and pull out past scans, just the best offers. Let me just do this separate. So this will return if there's no, if the current scan has no offers, or if past scans don't exist, we're going to return undefined immediately. But what I really want to do is return the past scan offers and past scan offers 0. And I think that offers just, yeah, I want the price, offer.price. Okay, so that's going to try to pull out the last past scan prices. Let me show you what we're looking at here. So this first scan is our scan variable. And then past scans will be 1 through whatever else. So that's going to be an array. And then we're looking at the offers. We're trying to just grab the first offer. That's always going to be the cheapest, because that's how we've sorted it. So the price is going to be, we want the offer.price. So that's what we're pulling. So we're getting back an array of the past scan prices, all of them. If you want to end up doing additional logic to say like the product has to be new and whatever, we can do it in here as well. But from that, we want to filter actually, I want to do another check to make sure that this exists, because there could be an offers array with nothing in it. I want to make sure that there's an offer at 0, because I'm going to pull that price. So then we want to filter on whether that price exists or not. Boolean. I do this a lot, just .filter Boolean, just to check, like filter out anything that's null, undefined, whatever, empty string, all that. So I should give it just the past scan prices. I have the latest offer, and this I want to do common offer. So instead of past offer, let's do common offer. Or actually, I'm just going to call this common price, because this is the full offer. And I want to check it out from the change from the common price. There it is, to do, calculate change based on common price. That's what we're doing. Okay, so how we'll do that is, I think we could use a reduce, but let me double check if Lodash has a count occurrences. I don't know if that's how you spell it, but or the most common. What I really want is the most common. Let me do real quick. Let me see low dash most common. I just want to know if they have a built-in one. That's pretty fancy to use a lot of them like that. Use count by to get an object, convert it to an array of tuples using entries, and find the max. And since the count value is a second, extract from using the tuple using head. Wow, that's a lot. I might just write a reduce for fun. Let's do a count by though. I'll use count by at least. I want to count by the value itself though. Does that is that how that works? In that case, I probably just want to count, huh? Not a count by. Let's just try that. So that would return an object with keys and values. I'm going to want to do some debugging along the way, so let's common prices. Some beautiful sax going on there. Why? Why didn't it, oh. This should not be that. It should be pass scans. Let's try that. Count by is not defined. There we go. It makes me feel good that it just made it that much further, you know? Cool. So I'm getting back that object, keys, the values, and the value is the key of the price. and the value is the number of times it occurred. So instead of doing the rest of the Lodash code, which I found kind of confusing, I'm going to do a comment just so I remember this. Like that. And I'm going to move that up a line. So I've got the common prices. Now I want to I think I can reduce from there. Let's see. Let's try it. Common price. I want to object.keys reduce, and that's going to be common price. And I don't actually want the common price. I want the, I'm going to store up this is going to be the next price. I'm going to start with an object, and it's going to look like common price dot count 0. Current, I mean, I guess I'll say 0. Okay. So I'm going to say if the common prices price, if the number of times it's occurred is greater than the common price count, max count, high count, then I'm going to update common price dot current to be that price. And I'm going to return common price. I think that could be it. Let me console.log common price with the common price with the common prices, so I can double check visually. And that might want to be a number. I don't know if it already is or not, but let's set it as a number because we definitely want it to be a number. We pull out at the end here. Common price, this should be dot current. At the end, I'm going to want to pull this current value. Cool. Let's see if it works. Okay, there's the change. So 4868, see, because that's 8. And that one, that's the same. So none of the other ones have varying prices. But I can see on the one that does, it is pulling the most common price. And the current price is $8.48 cheaper than that price. So now that I have that, I want to say, I want to return the common price with it as well. Let me save that. And in the arrow, instead of just listing the change, change.common price from let's see, how does that look? Should I say from that price or should I say the common price? I'll know that it's the common price. But I mean, I think that's it. So the only thing is, instead of recalculating this every time, I would like to just do this on the product when I pull it back. So in my products API, when I get all the products here, I pull all the scans, and then I want to do it in here. So let me pull some of that code out. And that will eventually simplify a lot of this code. I mean, I could even put that change in there too. Yeah, let's do it. I do think this should be a util method though. I'm going to say get common price. Get formatted. Get. From scans. Bum, bum, ba-dum. I like this song, but I think when I uploaded an archive of a video, or no, it wasn't this song, it was on Twitch. When I watched the playback, I think it thought it was another song and it muted out my audio. There was one of the songs in the video playback where that happened, which was kind of a bummer. So if I recognize the song again, I'll have to turn it off. But okay. So from the scans, I'm going to pull out the scan and the past scans. I'm going to do the same check. I'm going to say all that, past scans. I still want to do the map and check the offers. And I mean, I think this is all the same. I just want to include count by. Lodash / count by. Okay. And then finally, I want to return the change. it's actually going to be common price and change. And I'm going to change this to get price. This is from scan. Because it's just going to return multiple things. It's going to be common price and change price. There we go. Don't need this console anymore. So in here, let's do product.scans. I'm just going to assign that to product. So I won't need it here. I'm not. I guess it will actually save that in the database at some point on accident if I send it back up. I'll check for that fix in a second. But what I really want here is I'm going to delete all of this, and I still want to check. Instead of doing get, where am I calling this? The get price change arrow. Yeah, this can be in this code down here, basically. And I'll just drop out this whole get price change. I'm not doing this anywhere else, am I? I don't think I'll need that anywhere else. Let me see. I'm going to do that from the entry. So that's going to be the entry. And I don't need to do the get price change anymore. So the change will come from the entry. And I'll just destructure it. I'll say, what do I call those? Common price and change price. Okay. So if there is no change price, I don't need the arrow. If the change price is 0, if the change price is greater than 0, I'm just going to cut this down. So if there is no change price, or if the change price is equal to 0, return undefined. If it's greater than, instead of return, I'm going to say let I usually like to do turners instead. So let's do that. Otherwise, don't need that either. Okay, So if it's greater than, why does it look off? This should be changed price. Now, change, not change price. And I don't need to do it 2x because I'm already doing that. I think that's it. I don't know why this is there. Let's see if there's an error. Doesn't look like there's an error. Get prices from scans is not defined. I'm pretty sure it isn't. Utils. Okay, there we go. $848 change from $48.60, and this should all be. Geez, let me clear that out and just refresh. Okay. So now we'll see our entries on each of. Actually, on the entry, there's common price, change price. Change price 0, common price. This one doesn't even have any because the scans have probably been empty, so. Oh no, there is some offers. Wonder why that one doesn't have any. There's currently no offers. That makes sense. There's currently no offers. I'm not going to show you a price, therefore I don't need to show you a change because you can't even buy it. Change price 0. Change price 0. Change price 0. Okay. Cool. I think that's it for this feature. It's working now. Let's just make the up arrows work. To do that, let's change a different product. Which one should we change? We'll change this one. On this edit screen, I shall grab my basin. I'll go back. Find that. I think the rest of them just had the same price across all, so no need to try and set across multiple. I could just set one price, and the latest price, and it should be okay. Okay, so the latest one will be the newest one. $864. Let's bring that down to $5. And update. And then I go back here, it refreshes. Oh, I meant to go the other way. I meant to go up. My bad. Okay. We'll go back. And we'll bring the price up. It was something. Let's bring it up to $9. There we go. Okay. So the price is up, it's down. 36-cent change from $864. Cool. Did I leave any console log? Fine, alright. Let's double check. I don't need that count by in the other one too since I moved it out. Console logs. no console logs. So in here, I should be able to remove this as well. Let me update that before I check that. Okay, so the only change here was the get price change arrow. We deleted that old other one, basically. It looks like ugly, but okay, there's no console logs in there either. Cool. And one more down here. What did I change down there? Oh yeah, just that. Okay. And products, we're doing our new imports, and then we're also just attaching the common price. That's actually common price and change, if you want to be picky about it. And change price. But that's it. Okay. Kill this for a second. Add that. Let's commit. Updated logic. I don't need to push it up just yet. I want to do one more feature before I push up. But we'll check that off. Now we want to set the target price. Okay. So this is just going to be the UI, and this is to set us up for alerting when we reach a target price. And we're going to do that actual code that does the alerting on a separate stream. We're going to pull in Coding Garden. He's going to help us out with it. We're going to pair on that, hopefully this weekend. But let's look at doing the UI of that, getting that all set up and ready to go for when he is ready to hop in. We don't want to make him sit on and do that with us. Okay. Let's start it up again, yarn dev. Oh, quick little stretch break. I'm working on getting a new desk because my current setup is not great, and I get chest pain from hunching over too much, so I'm going to get an adjustable desk so it can be at the right height, because right now it's a little lower than I want it to be. Okay. So the target price is going to happen in our edit screen as well as our add product screen. They're actually the same. So let's start messing here with it and close out this other stuff real quick. They are not the same screen, it's just the line. They are similar though. So you have duplicate form. I'm not going to worry about refactoring that form right now. That'll be kind of nice to use the same for later on, but we're not going to worry about it just yet. So I want it to be in this section, title. Target price. I don't know if I need this to be controlled. Let me see, how am I saving this? Yeah, I don't pull anything from the phone. Product. Oh, that is refreshing the product info. I am pulling it out. Okay. So let's go with the easy way. Target price. Target price. And that's okay if that's a string. I'm gonna want to... Why am I doing... I'm pulling it up here, but then I'm also pulling it down here. That's kind of weird. What am I even using data for? Is that my new entry? Let's just do data.title and target price. Data.target price. And I'm doing like an update entry here. I don't need to because I'm going back to the home page, but I guess we'll do it anyway. Did any of those texts hint? Could definitely add a little hint of like that's a small. Could have been this song too. This disco song sounds like one of the legit disco ones. So maybe they thought this was the real version. We'll see. It's in the playback. And I don't need any of this. I'm gonna say default value equals 0. And I'm gonna make it a number. You can do decimals. I probably won't ever. I'll probably just do whole numbers, I imagine. But maybe there's a case where you would. Okay, let's see how it looks on the page. Target price. I have a style that is not changing that input. There you go. And I'll have to say like the min and max. Is it min? Max can be whatever you want. Let's try that. Okay, so now you can't go below 0. This field is required. Let's see if I refresh the page. It should are out. Yes, it does. Target price 0. Set to 0 for no alerts. And I want to add a style for that thing. I want to say form.hint font size equals 1 rem. How big is smaller? 0.8, and the color will be gray. There we go. That's a nice little hint text. Set to 0 for alerts. Cool. So if I save that, it should save it on the back end. Let me double check and see. I think I need to, I'm pulling out individual products, or individual fields, yes. So I want target price. is the only one that I actually need to look it up. But I find it, and then I update it. I think that should be it. Let me try to save it and see if it comes back. I'm gonna set this target price to $8. And I should have that on my entry now. Target price. It's kind of bothering me that some of these are numbers and some of these aren't. And my price isn't later on in my scans, but I'll mess with that later. Okay, so if there's a target price, how do I indicate that in the UI? You could put just like an asterisk. Right? I want to have some kind of indicator to show that it's set. Is there a font awesome icon? Let's check those out. I'm still using the 4.7 icons. No, I want 5. Let's say target. I think they have a target. Yeah, bullseye. Okay, let's use that. And let's put that next to... This one sounds like nighttime. I don't really love it. I'm gonna downvote that. This is my dubsteppy. What's going on there? I'm gonna close some of these that we're not using anymore. Okay. So down where I'm saying the current, get the current price. In front of that, I would like to add either in front of it or behind it. Let's see. We'll do a span class name. Target price. That might be able to just do it on there too, so hold on. FA dash bullseye entry dot target price. So if there is a target price, I want to show that bullseye. And there is a target price. I also would like to list that. Otherwise, just don't. Well, I'll just say no target price. I'll delete it. Okay, and that makes me want to set the target price as an actual number when I go to save it. So here, I'm going to convert that to a number. And I guess that won't matter because I'm still going to need to do it on this side too. This kind of reminds me of a 1990s soap show intro, or like a nighttime Melrose Place vibe, you know? Okay, target. So if there is a target price, then I want to convert it to a number. Otherwise, just set it to whatever it is, which is probably undefined. A lie. Why am I not seeing my target price? It's mentioning it. Target price, $8. And let me edit this to update it. Oh, that is an error. Okay, so this should be default value. Entry.target price for 0. Refresh. Edit. Okay, target price is 8. Save that. And I go back here. Let me double check and make sure that is an actual number now. It is. Target price 8. It would be nice to be able to just target like a % off as well. Again, down the line. We'll start with a target price, a generic one. Okay, but why is my bullseye not showing? That's not the right file. Entry. Is it not called bullseye? Was it? I mean, it was there, but oh, I can't reopen the close tag in incognito window. Sometimes I wonder if I'm not using font. It's got bullseye. Let me make sure that that thing's even rendering on the page. Yes, it is. It's just the icon's not. Ah, class names. Fool. There we go. It's huge. Let's shrink it down. Ooh, that's wait time. I kind of feel like it should be red, but I don't want it to be negative. Yeah, because we're just watching it. And this should be align self center. No, that's probably not. Current price. Inline flex. Whoops! Far too much. Align items. I'm gonna move it away from there a little bit, maybe a little more, and I want to move it oops. Down. There we go. Okay, so we are watching the target price is $8. Cool. Let's do it to an ad form as well. To the ad form. Let me edit this. Let's say we want to be 7.78. Is that input number float? Is there something special I have to do with that? Yeah, let's just do whole numbers. Screw it. Screw it! I don't want to force them to write 0, 0 at a time. Cool. Target price, $7. And I would also like to see if it matches the target price. Of course I want to show that. We'll set it to green. So I should be using class names for this. This is getting really messy. Current price I think that comes back if current price is less than or equal to entry dot target price. Then I want to see matches target price. Otherwise, do nothing. And I think I also want to do a check to make sure that it has a price. I could say dot no price. Okay, matches. Do that part with CSS. So if the current price and it's not dot no price, then the color, what color am I using? Sea green. I'll just test this manually real quick. So current price matches target price. This would mimic it. It actually match the price. It would be green. I think the target should be green as well. This and target price. There we go. So now I know it'll be green. Say, dude, you've reached your target price. Okay, but if for some reason it says no price, this would actually be no scan, no offers. Cool. All right, let's go back to our add product page. We need to copy over that code from here. So we'll make some changes up there on scan URL. I don't need to do anything. I'm going to default the target price to 0 again. Default value, there won't be a default. There will be just 0. There is just 0. Hints to 0 for no alerts. And then up here, I want to also pull that price and make sure I pass it along. Target price, and I just pass that whole product, so that's cool. Look at this bug in the color formatting. See how this usually means that it's not used anywhere, but I can see it's used right here. And VS Code did not pick that up. I actually deleted this on accident once, and then I started getting errors, and I was like, oh, I didn't want to delete that. Okay, let me double check and make sure in the products, when I add a product, I'm going to want to, oops, do this, because I want to convert that as well there. That will be in my create product. So at the version of my own Windows, I'm not adding other ones. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna try to pull the target price. And convert that to a number. And then I'll insert it, and it should be fine. Okay. Refresh. Cool, so that one's got a target price. And just to show you, it is, well, let's set a new one first. Add a new product. You go find the product. You guys want some elderberries, some chrome cubes. Tongue scrapers? I mean, let's watch this guy. an adapter. Current price is $7.99. As cheap as $7.03. Let's see if the scan works right now. It hasn't been working lately locally. Sweet. Got the image, I got the title, the target price starts at 0. Let's just use the adapter. And let's set the target price, I think it was 7. Let's set it to 6 for now. Boom. No scans. So my scans failed. Which is okay. And that's how it looks with the no scans. It's not terrible. It could be a little bit further away. Let's try to scan the prices again. There it is. The vacuum seal changed. I think it's because we changed it. It went up. This one? Is it actually at $9 right now? Oh, it really is. I thought I changed that. That's crazy. Oh no, it didn't update. Ha! My bad. Okay, so there we got a target price. I want to update my green styling to say anything within the last hour. How did I do that? Did it here less than 1 way? Okay. So I want to say dot ends with minutes or minutes ago. Can I do a regex there? I think so. That is $. Minutes ago. That might throw an error. Let's try it. Yeah. Must not be a regular expression. Okay. In that case, maybe I'll just do a regular test. This should be test. And I do that first, and then I pull this over there. And I think I want to do that toString because I think it should be, yeah, there we go. Minutes ago, minutes ago, minutes ago, yeah. So those are the freshest ones. Let's do another scan to see if minute ago works. Sorry about that. 1 minute ago. It didn't work. Oops. Well, it should be true. I wonder if it's... Let me refresh real quick. Yeah, okay. It was just because it already flashed for me. Cool. That's working. I think that's it, man. An hour and a half? That's not too bad. Let me double check. We set the target price. We could move the product to top as well, but let me push stop and make sure everything's working correctly in production. Let's do another check and make sure I don't have any console logs left over. Okay. Way at the bottom here. Placeholder 5. Minimum 0. That's getting a little messy, but it works. Target price. Cool. All right, it looks good. Let's commit it. So we're not sending you an alert, but we are showing you if your target price reaches the threshold. And we can do some testing just to make sure. I don't have that other page open, so I forgot to do this login beforehand. This is annoying. Okay, hold on. Oops. All right. So in that time that I've done that, it's already pushed up. I'm going to refresh this page, refreshing the products. Oh, this one changed. How much did it change? Ooh, 944. And actually, it probably didn't change. It's because our new logic is up there now. See, it's been 771 for a little while, but the high price. Oh, that's interesting. High. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's interesting. It pulled this one as the highest price. That's not necessarily true because now the normal price has been 77.71. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one should be 77.71. It's interesting. I can copy this data and play with it locally. Let me do that. try that. Let me take you off screen for a second, just to be safe. Into these Three Musketeer jams. Okay. It'd be nice to build a little debug tool that could actually do this for me, but you know. Probably too off. How do I, there we go, remove. Okay. Bring you back. So, I've got a local storage to play with here. And in order to do that, I'm going to disable my polling of all products temporarily. Instead of fetch products, what a... I'll comment that out too, just to be safe. So when I refresh, it should not actually set any of that new stuff for me. What happened? There we go. Okay. Let's try that real quick. I might have to refresh the chat. Cool. So now we can debug this a little bit. Let's see why is this our new util console.log common price. Cool, dude. Oh, that's happening with the product. Man, I wish there was an easy way for me to copy over my database. That would be a good debugging practice or tool to use, like pull down production database for my specific user, because I forgot now this is running. I can just call this and let me I'll say if type of window, I want to say not equals undefined, but then let's say window dot put that on the window. And here, I'm just going to put all the entries. Well, actually, I can just say window.entries equals entries. Okay. Some real old school stuff here. Let me refresh the page real quick. And I just want to double check that I gotta fix that error, whatever that is. Bracket. I mean, I think it's gonna be this third one. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So that did not do it. Let me just do it here. And I'll just import it. So I definitely see there's 8 there. It's pulling probably whatever the last one is. If common price is greater than the common price high count, I'm not setting the high count. I'm always taking the last one. Set the high count equal to this. Probably figure that out if I just looked at the code, but I got crazy with it. Okay, so let's look at that. Refresh. I think it still should be lower. It just should, or maybe not. Common price is $7.71. So let me look at that's probably because on the thing it's still set wrong. Okay. About that console log. Are they the only two things I changed? I think. Well, the index file. I'm going to revert that. And bring that back. So it should be just the one file. Yeah. Let's push it up, test it, and then I'll be ready to call it a day after that. I don't want to do the other thing just yet. This song's one of my favorites. I think I used this in my opening song once or twice. Okay. We want to look at production. There we go. So none of them have target prices. I'm gonna set this one to 230 because I know that one drops down to the 230 once in a while, and I want to do that. I should show what the current price is right now if I have any scans for it. Or the common price. Like I could show the common price as well here. Cool. So now that has a target price. Target price of 230. That is the lower price right now. I think this thing is usually more expensive than 229 is the sale price. Yeah, usually 349. So let's do a test on that one and see if I set that to be 330. I really hate that scroll. I wonder if I can turn it off. Well, it should be showing as it's been 329 for a while. Why isn't that showing as green? What did I write in here? The number, if current price. Oh, it's because there's a frickin' dollar sign on there. I had to write more code to drop that off. I mean, I could just do like a because that could come back as empty string or defined or you know what, let me just pull this out and I'll say has beats target price entry. Is target price met? I like to use is. And now let's do that. After that is target price met. Takes the entry. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say current price equals. If there is no current price, turn false. If there's no current price or current price dot I basically want everything. Is it slice or splice? One. I mean, it can be this right here. So let me double check to make sure that pulls the price out correctly though. Oops. So if the price is like $25, yes, that's what I want. Or if number, so if the current price is greater than the target price, false, otherwise return true. Okay, I guess I'll run this local real quick just to make sure it's not straight up erroring before we set up. And then what I thought would be ending half an hour ago might be ending at 2 hours. Okay. Refresh. Refresh. That met the target price. Where's my target icon? Did I set this target price? No. Because I also want to make sure target price is not 0. But there is no target price. There we go. What did I set my target price on there? $6. $7. Okay, let's set this. Went up 36 cents. $9. There it is. Okay. We think we fixed it. Cool. And you know what? I really don't need to do this whole get current price and slice thing because the entry has the price on it now. So I think I can just do entry.price. That's my formatted. Or no, it's not, because it is looking at the first offer. All right, let's go back. Okay. Maybe it was this song. This song sounds like a disco song they ripped off. Okay, refresh one more time. Now that I changed that code again, did I mess anything up? No. Still that database error. I gotta fix that. Utils 202. I'll fix that later. Cool. Okay. Get st. Get CI. Target price. Bug fix. Git push. And this is it, I swear. I'm so confident. I already checked it off, but I was going to check it off again. I'm so confident that this one's going to work. Building. Building. Okay, deployed. There it is. We've met our target price. Cool. All right. So since that one's actually sitting at 329, I'm going to bump it to 328. So the one of them that goes lower than that. I'm going to set this one below 900. Or at 900. Which is a pretty low price, I feel. I'm going to set this one at 60. Does that work right? Let's see. Cool. And that one, let's say like 35. That's kind of bothering me. Maybe I'll fix that. And this one, I'll say 65. Cool. So I've got watcher or target prices on all my products. All right, y'all. Well, we thank you for tuning in. Looked over the new futures, we reviewed them, the refresh, price interval, we looked at the quiet hour support, I added that, the behind the scenes. We updated the change arrow. It's going off of new logic now. We're looking at all the scans, pulling out the common price. I might be tweaking that a little bit in the future. And finally, we set our target price in the UI. So we just kind of show you a visual indicator if we've reached your target price, which is nice. So hopefully the next stream should be with Coding Garden. And we're looking at adding an alert capability when we've reached that price. So I'm gonna send myself a text message, I think, when I reach a certain price, and Code Garden's gonna come on and help me pair program that. I might go on his stream, he might come here, I don't know, we'll see. But that's all I have for today. All right, until next time, take it easy. All right, bye y'all.